Hidden dangers inside your home could be hurting your family. That's the focus of a new book that claims most of us are unaware of the toxins that we bring home every day. And having looked through this book, I was certainly unaware of some of these things.
You know, when you think you're being so careful, especially when you have young kids in the house, but there's a lot of things that you've grown up using, so you keep using them. Well, anyway, so the authors of the best-selling book saying certain common household items could put you at risk. So joining us right now is David Wentz. He is one of the authors of The Healthy Home, and he's going to show us some things we should look out for. Welcome, by the way.
Great to be here.
We tease Allie all the time. Allie was born in a three-piece suit. He wears a three-piece suit. That means a lot of dry cleaning.
I clean all the time, and I'm reading your chapter on dry cleaning, and basically you point out, I can't get 9 out of 10 people to explain what dry cleaning is, but you're telling me that basically you're replacing the sweat and dirt with toxins that stay in the clothes. That's why that smell.
Yep. Dry cleaning isn't even dry. They wash it in perk. It's a chemical that they embed in your clothing. They leave it in. They don't rinse it out. And it off-gasses for days. And you can even detect it on your breath 48 hours after being exposed to it.
So what's the alternative for that?
There are green dry cleaners, or we say if you're using dry cleaning, at least off-gas your products, your clothes outside. Put them in the garage, put them out on patio for a couple days, take off the plastic rack, of course, and let them air out outside rather than in your bedroom where you're spending a third of your life breathing that air.
Off-gas comes up many times in your book. You talk about mattresses, for instance, which come with lots of chemicals.
Yeah, the fire retardant.
Yeah,
absolutely.
we think that feels new to me.
Yeah, the new car smell exactly is also toxic. When you have your vinyls and your plastics in your car off-gassing, those are toxic as well. You want to roll down your windows and let that air out, not enjoy the new car smell and think it's a good thing.
So it eventually does fade away, but you're saying
it goes down over time, absolutely. So initially, get it off-gassed outside, not in your home.
Sometimes it's what we're cleaning with that ends up being more toxic to us than what we're trying to clean away.
Right.
And so we're just looking, and we don't want to bring any brand names in, but just things used all the time. I mean, whether it's tile cleaners, whether it's, you know, Fantastic or one of those types of all-purpose cleaners. What's the danger in them?
We become so germophobic, we want to kill everything in our household. Those are our germs. We're used to them. Our bodies can handle them. And yet we're putting these toxic ingredients. We want to scour the shower till our nose burns. And then we feel like, then it's clean.
Then it's clean.
But as it burns, it's killing our cells. It's not specific to germ cells. It'll kill healthy cells as well. And so you want to get the toxic things. Don't kill the germs. Just wash the extra ones down the sink. Try and keep it at a level that's where your body can handle it.
So you don't like bleach or ammonia mixed together?
Very dangerous. And if you mix the two together, you create a chlorine gas similar to mustard gas that used in World War I to kill soldiers.
My mom loves vinegar. She uses vinegar for everything.
Excellent, excellent.
So vinegar, lemon juice, natural things like that?
Yes, actually. Go back to our grandparents' cleaners. That's the way to go.
I was obsessing about this dry cleaning. Meanwhile, Kieran was in an entirely different chapter looking at plastics and things you use in the kitchen for cooking and storing food.
You don't realize this. I took this little quiz that you asked about, and when it comes to preparing food, fine. But then when it comes to cooking, reheating, or storing, this is my life. I have a 3- and a 5-year-old. I do a lot of microwaving.
You don't want glass. You don't want things that are going to break.
Right.
Yeah,
tin cups for them to bang and shatter glass around the house. I mean, what do you do if you rely on plastic a lot?
Plastics are taking over our world, and unfortunately, those plasticizers can be endocrine disruptors. They can cause our young girls to grow up quicker, to reach puberty at a younger age. I have a 3-month-old daughter, and I don't want her growing up too fast. And these plasticizers are leaching to our food, and especially when you heat them or when they get scratched and worn, your old favorite Tupperware container that you've been using for 50 years, that your grandma passed down, etc. You got to get rid of those. Move to glass containers.
You must have a webcam in my kitchen.
No kidding. Hey, I assumed when I heard that you think that people should turn off their Wi-Fi, not shut off their email, but actually turn off their Wi-Fi every night. I assumed this meant because you thought people could hack into the system if you leave it on. You're talking about something entirely different.
I'm talking about the man-made electromagnetic fields that we're putting out, and our cells are used to certain energies. Our cells are energetic, and the energies that we're creating are man-made, they're unnatural, they're doing cell damage, they're causing our cells to not communicate correctly. On our nightstand, we have all these gadgets, the alarm clocks, the iPod chargers, the baby monitor, the lamps, all these creating an EMF field a couple feet away from our head where we spend a third of our lives. Get them off the nightstand, get them away from your bed. Wi-Fi, if you're not using it, flip the switch and turn it off.
Some good advice. And quickly, because you were very interested in making sure we know about these are the compact fluorescent bulbs. We're being encouraged more and more to use these.
Yes.
What's wrong with them?
They are full of mercury, and when you break one of these, there are specific warnings on what to do when one of these breaks. There are instructions from the manufacturer and Energy Star saying evacuate the room if one of these breaks.
Wow.
And so if they're intact, they're still okay?
They're okay, but you're just passing the buck onto the garbage man. They're going to break in that garbage truck, or they're going to break on them down at the landfill. They're going to break. They're glass. And so that mercury is going to be released either into our homes or into our groundwater.
So you say, well, how do we get rid of them?
Stay with the old light bulb. Stay with the incandescent. That's the way to go.
That's not popular you know,
there's a whole lot of stuff in this book that would turn my life upside down.
But it's interesting.
Can you live a normal life?
Absolutely. And we're not saying live in a bubble. We're just saying reduce your toxic burden 10, 20% over a lifetime, year after year. That'll make a huge difference, especially for our kids.
Right. I'm going to be doing a lot of off-gassing this weekend. Right. That's all I'm doing this weekend. Nice meeting you, Dave. Thanks so much. And the book is called The Healthy Home. Thanks.
It's worth a read to at least learn what this stuff is. Thank you.